Welcome. Welcome, everyone. We have an awesome lineup of institutions for you to hear from this evening. Welcome to the Georgia Virtual College Fair program. Just a reminder, this is a webinar, so your camera and your microphone are off. Our panelists cannot see or hear you this evening. So that's why it's important that you put your questions in the Q&A feature. So at the bottom of your screen, you'll see a Q&A feature. I'll ask that you list the college's name along with your question so that they know who you're directing your question to and they can answer that appropriately. There is one more session after this tonight, so if you're still craving some additional college information, sign up for more sessions. This session is being recorded, and this recording will be available tomorrow on the website where you signed up. So without further ado, we're going to get started. First, you're going to get to hear from Coastal Carolina University.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Courtney, and thank you everyone for joining in today. My name is Cameron Gonzalez. I'm a senior admissions counselor here at Coastal Carolina University, located in Conway, South Carolina. But unless you're from the Carolinas, you probably don't know where Conway is. So we just say Myrtle Beach because we are only 9 miles from Myrtle Beach. Our colors are teal, black, and bronze. Teal representing the ocean, bronze representing the sand. And our mascot is Chauncey the Chanticleer. We are the only literary mascot in the entire nation. So that helps differentiate us from the rest of the crowd. Here at Coastal, we have just over 10,000 students on campus with 5 academic colleges and over 90 different programs to study. Some popular majors here at Coastal that students come for is marine science, intelligence and national security, psychology, communication, management, exercise sports science, just to name a few. We have a 16-to-1 student faculty ratio, which is fantastic. We have no lecture halls whatsoever. They're all small classroom style. So the most you'll see in a classroom is maybe 20, 25 students. And then as you focus on your major, those class sizes will get a lot smaller. 79% of our faculty members do possess a doctoral or a terminal degree, which is the highest level education one can attain. So you can feel good knowing that the people who are teaching you this stuff have the accreditation and the education to back up what they're teaching. I am an alum of Coastal. I got my degree in 2016, and I really, truly valued the fact that there were smaller classroom sizes because I didn't just want to be a face in a crowd or a number in a grade book. I wanted my professors to truly care about me and my future and my career goals and where I was going. So I really wanted that extra attention, and having the smaller classroom sizes did just that. We have over 120 clubs and organizations on campus, everything from Greek life, faith-based, SGA, club sports, you name it, more than likely we have it. We have clubs and organizations that focus on honors. We also have it on major career paths, even recreation and leisure. So there is always something for you to do, and all of our students are involved in at least one club or organization on campus. We have 19 Division I sports teams here, and if you've been following us on ESPN, we are finally nationally ranked in the nation. We are very excited about that. Our football team is number 15 currently. 3 weeks ago, we were 25 for the first time, so our football team has definitely been getting the national coverage. We have 19 Division I teams, all participating in the Sun Belt Conference, and some other great titles that have come out of our sports program. We won the National College World Series in 2016. Women's volleyball have been undefeated and bringing home titles for us for the past 7 years. Men's soccer is another popular sport that students come to Coastal for to participate in, and they have also been bringing home titles for us. So if you are interested in participating in being a Chanticleer for our sports program, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to give you more information. Coastal Carolina students come from all over the nation. We receive just over 15,000 applications each year, with about 13,000 of them being for the freshman class. 49% of our students are in-state, 49% are out-of-state, and 2% are international. The darker teal that you see is where we get the most applications from, so it is up and down I-95, so more than likely on your first day of classes, you will be sitting next to somebody who is probably in the town just next to you. And yes, freshmen, you are allowed to bring vehicles to campus. Your parking pass is only $75 for the entire year. Now, keep in mind what you see on the screen. This is not a minimum, but this is that middle 50% range we would like students to shoot for. So GPA is a 3.2 to a 4.0, ACT 19 to 24, and SAT a 1020 to an 1150. Now, something new this year, before COVID was even happening, we were already planning on going test optional. So if you have a 3.5 GPA, weighted or unweighted, and a rigorous college prep program, then you can be considered for test optional. There are 3 majors, however, that will require you to still take a test regardless of your GPA, and that is going to be marine science, intelligence and national security, and our 2+2 nursing program. And by rigorous college prep, I do mean APs, honors, dual enrollments, IBs. We take all of that into consideration when we're reviewing test optional students. We do not require letters of recommendation or an essay, but if you would like to submit them for additional consideration, I do strongly encourage you to do so. We do look for 20 requirements coming in. They are listed on your screen, but we do understand that students are coming from all over with different requirements for school diplomas. So if for whatever reason your school does not require 4 years of a math, for example, just let me know or let a counselor know. That way we can better work with you. It's not going to disqualify your application if you don't meet all of these core requirements. Same thing with the fine arts. Not every school requires a fine art. Just let your counselor know so that they are aware when they are reviewing your application. We're not early action, we're not early decision, we are rolling admission, which means that we review files year round and nothing is binding until you pay that enrollment deposit. The only true deadline I want you to keep in mind is December 1st, so you're automatically considered for merit awards, and there's 2 ways to apply. You can either apply through coastal.edu/apply, which is our main institutional application, or new this year, we are part of the Common App, so you can apply that way. Once we have a completed file for you, we can get you a decision in less than 3 weeks, so the turnaround time is very quick. Out-of-state costs are listed up there for you. Tuition is $27,394, and the housing and the meal plan options are the most expensive options. So there are more budget-friendly options to choose from, and that total at the bottom will give you a ballpark estimate of what you might be paying each year, and this is before scholarships and merit awards. What I was mentioning before, merit awards is awarded money that we give you based off of how you do in school, ranging from 15% to 60% tuition coverage, and because it's awarded money and not technically a scholarship, you can stack additional scholarships on top of this too. Like I said, it is renewable every year, which is nice. We even have individual merit awards for the visual and performing arts, as well as PGA golf management. We are one of 18 schools in the entire nation to offer the PGA specialization. So if you would like to become the next Dustin Johnson, and yes, he is an alum of Coastal, you can participate through that program. But we do take everything into consideration from the holistic approach. That is my contact information on the screen there for you. We are doing in-person tours currently Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. as well as 2 p.m. So if you are interested in coming to Myrtle Beach for a weekend or getting away, come visit us, take a tour of campus. You do have to register in advance just so we have we know how many people are coming in. We are limited to a certain amount of groups, so it's very helpful you register in advance. Otherwise, I look forward to working with y'all. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you guys have a good night.
Cameron, thanks so much to you and Coastal Carolina University. Audience, don't forget to put those questions in the Q&A feature at the bottom. Next up, you have the opportunity of hearing from the College of Coastal Georgia.
Hi, y'all, and my name is Rachel. I am an admissions counselor at the College of Coastal Georgia, and for the next few minutes, I'm here to encourage you to think beyond the typical college experience. So the College of Coastal Georgia is a destination state college focused on student success at every turn. Our student services and affordability speak for themselves and come with everything you see on screen. We have a 193-acre campus, which is located in Brunswick, Georgia, about an hour south of Savannah in the heart of the Golden Isles. We were founded in 1961 as part of the University System of Georgia, and we have about 3,500 undergraduate students from 44 states and 37 countries. Our average class size is about 19 students per professor, so this allows students to gain hands-on experiences and know their professors really well from day one. As a state college, we're committed to preparing our students to hit the ground running once they leave us, whether it's grad school, research opportunities, or even moving straight into the workforce. Our majors are tailored to be flexible enough to adapt to current trends in local and state job markets. So students are also able to work with faculty to design programs that suit their career ambitions. And our location is really one of our greatest strengths in educating students at Coastal Georgia. With the local tourism market, protected wetlands, and our federal law enforcement training center nearby, the student experience extends past the classroom walls. We have internships, jobs, research, experiential learning, which all take place through our hometown of Brunswick, as well as the barrier islands of St. Simon's Island, Jekyll Island, Sea Island, and Little St. Simon's Island. Some of our most popular programs are business administration, psychology, and nursing, and this is no surprise given our national ranking with a 5-year running 100% pass rate on the nurse certification exam. And we have other hands-on programs like culinary arts, exercise science, and even a dual certification in early childhood and special education. Our Career and Academic Advising Center is combined to help students begin with the end in mind. So our advisors are there to guide students from the first day of class to the first day of their career. And we have tutoring options for everyone with peer-to-peer tutoring, the Writing Center, open office hours to your professors, a note-taking service, as well as 24/7 online tutors. And students can also challenge themselves by applying to the honors program, gaining real work experience through an on-campus job, or even participating in undergraduate research. While we know that a lot of learning can take place inside the classroom, just as much can take place outside of it. Our student life activities help enrich the overall experience through extracurricular programs and events, and there are plenty of them. Our students experience a wide range of student activities and sports, but we find some of the most enriching experiences come from some of our smaller moments on campus. So relaxing in a massage chair in the student lounge, climbing the rotating rock wall in the rec center, taking a stroll around Lake Teal, playing board games in our diversity center, or even catching a game in our Coffin Gymnasium. Every day provides the chance to make a memory. After a full day of learning and exploring on campus, students have the chance to go back to their own personal retreat. Our residence halls are over 90% suite style living with private bedrooms, which just steps away from our campus dining options. And our affordability even stretches into student life. So we have a free pass to Jekyll Island, free laundry in our residence halls, and free access to all home athletic events, which are just a few of the benefits of being a coastal student. The mission of all of our student life and opportunities to support our students' development throughout their entire time with us. The students' academic engagement and physical, mental, and social health are all an intricate part of our coastal Georgia community. We're not kidding when we say we're a destination college. Everything that you see on screen, students have access to right in our backyard. Within 30 minutes or less from campus, students can enjoy our miles of coastline and all the activities that come with it. Affordability even stretches through our community too. Thanks to the generosity of our local partners, students can receive discounts on everything from ice cream to kayak rentals through our Mariners Mates program. As a port city, Brunswick can provide the creature comforts that many students coming from larger cities are used to. Yes, we have a Chick-fil-A and a Starbucks, but we pride ourselves on the smaller, locally owned businesses that are unique to this area. There's a reason why the Golden Isles are consistently ranked as one of the best vacation spots in the nation. Hammocking on Driftwood Beach, playing world-class golf on Sea Island, paddleboarding through the marshes, and don't even get us started on the restaurants. College is more than where you learn, it is also where you live. So come learn where others vacation. So now that you've gotten a small taste of what we do here at Coastal, it's time to see for yourself. We are currently offering socially distanced on-campus visit options for students and their families to enjoy campus in a safe and healthy environment. We believe Coastal Georgia is best experienced in person, so we have many ways for you to visit, including private daily campus tours, as well as select Saturday events. We also have some virtual tours if you want to stay in the comfort of your own home. And our fall 2021 application is currently open, and we've streamlined the admissions process to make it as simple as possible. For the 2021 year, we are not requiring test scores. Submitting an application and your high school transcript are the only two things we need to review. And right now, we are waiving our application fee for the entire month of November, so you can apply for free. We try to take the stress out of admissions by keeping the process simple and reviewing your application within a week of receiving all materials, because we want you to be a part of the Mariner family as soon as possible. Once you've been admitted to the College of Coastal Georgia, you'll have the opportunity to apply for our institutional scholarships. Don't forget to follow at CCGA Admissions for campus and Golden Isles updates throughout the year. It has been so much fun to get to tell you a little bit about our home and our area. My name is Rachel Lee, and just remember, college is better by the beach.
Rachel, thanks so much to you and the College of Coastal Georgia. Wow, we've heard so many great things about the institutions that have already presented, but we still have several more. So up next, you get to hear from the College of Mount St. Vincent.
Hello. All right. How are you guys? I'm Tatiana Henriquez. I'm from the College of Mount St. Vincent, located in the Riverdale section of the Bronx in New York, so New York City. Right off the bat, in-state and out-state tuition is the same exact price, so you do not pay $1 extra from coming from out of state. We are one of the top colleges in the nation with several of our national distinctions right here at the bottom. We are one of the most diverse schools in the nation, one of the most transformative, best bang for your buck, and a lot more. So right off the bat, I know you guys want to know how much is it to come here. So tuition is $39,500. This is before financial aid, before merit-based scholarships as well. Room and board is an additional $12,000. Go to the next slide. Scholarship opportunities, merit-based scholarships are given to 100% of our students. So the minimum any single student will get is $15,000, and the maximum they'll get just for merit only, which is based off of your GPA, is a $27,500. So most of our students pay less than a third of tuition. It's not too difficult to get a full ride either. On the right side of the screen, you'll see our Premier Scholarships. These are a couple of different Premier Scholarships, which these you do have to apply and interview for, and they're 4-year full room and board scholarships. Some of them are interest-based. If you're strong in English, for example, you can interview for the Fonthill Writing Award. If you've done a lot of community service, we have the Seton Service and Leadership Award. We have our Aquino Award for our Filipino students, because the president of the Philippines, well, one of the former presidents of the Philippines, actually graduated from Mount St. Vincent. We have STEM scholarships and a lot more. We have amazing scholarship opportunities that come in and out of our office at all times. We started off as a college and still are a college who prides themselves on access to education. So affordability is something that we are very passionate about. We have an amazing financial aid team, and myself, I'm the director of undergraduate admissions actually. So I fight really hard for our students. I was a first generation minority low income student. So I know what it's like to kind of figure out what is affordable for you and where you see yourself being. Couple fast facts about our college. We do have a beautiful 70-acre gated campus overlooking the Hudson River. So it is really a urban suburban vibe. We're not in the real big city with huge skyscrapers, but Midtown Manhattan is just 12 miles away, and we have access to buses, shuttles, trains, etc. We are a small school, so we have less than 2,000 students, but as I mentioned before, we are one of the top schools in the nation, 6th most diverse college in the nation. So there's no two students who look alike, sound alike, walk alike on our campus, which is something that I pride myself on. So one of the big reasons why I love working there. We have over 50 academic programs, which I will go into further in a few, 13 dual degree programs where you can get your bachelor's and master's or your doctorate in an accelerated amount of time at an affordable cost, a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and most classes don't go over 20 to 30 students. So our most popular programs are nursing, bio, business, psychology, and sociology, but as I mentioned, we have over 50. We have amazing honors programs for our nursing students and for all other majors, and we have amazing state-of-the-line facilities. We have an amazing business trading and research center where you can see all of the current stocks and trends, modern nursing simulation labs, and we are currently building a new building that's going to be a residence hall and some of our new modern simulation labs as well. Digital media labs, art studios, we have recording studios. All the pictures that you see here are actually from our campus. These are a lot of our other programs. You can double major and you can major minor as well. And if you go on our website, you can look at each of these and see what kind of courses you would be taking throughout the program, who some of your faculty and staff will be. We have Meet the Majors as well on our website if you want to learn more in depth about the specific majors and how we teach them at our campus as well. Outside of academics, we have over 40 student clubs and organizations. SGA is one of our largest governing bodies. They are the voice of the students. They dictate a lot of what goes on campus, events that goes on campus, but we have over 5 different dance teams. We have literary magazines and a lot more. We have a phenomenal study abroad program, and we don't limit our students to where they can go. They can pretty much go anywhere they want in the world. Right now, we are facing unprecedented times, but hopefully once things change and we're able to go abroad again, you definitely have more than enough opportunities to go to one of these countries. And the way that it works is it's the same tuition that you would pay for Mount St. Vincent, so you don't pay anything extra aside from things you want to buy, personal activities, your room, board, means food, educational activities. Outside of that, we have over 1,000 internship and job opportunities because of the nature of where we're located. We have top tier internship opportunities, some which are not listed here. We are on 105.1, Cosmo Magazine, the New York Times, and every single major nursing home and hospital. We do set up our students for life after college, whether it's social, emotional, academic, and professional. We have over 14 NCAA Division III athletic teams. So if you're looking for that competitive aspect, you can fill out our recruitment form on our website. Our average GPA is about an 85, and we are SAT/ACT optional. We are on the Common App, or you can apply through our website, both free. We just require an admission essay, your high school transcript, and if you like your SAT or ACT, but we do not hold it against you if you do not want to apply. Aside from that, you can check out our website and also our YouTube channel where we have campus tours. We have more information about majors, athletics, etc. So if you go to College of Mount St. Vincent on YouTube, you can check us out there. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much to Tatiana and the College of Mount St. Vincent. Next up, you get to hear from Colorado College.
Awesome, thank you so much. Make sure I'm sharing my screen here. Share. Awesome. Hello, my name is Darius Partner. I serve as Assistant Director of Admission here at Colorado College, based and founded in Colorado Springs, Colorado. What you'll see on your screen here is a map of Colorado, specifically where CC is at. First, I want to start off with where we're at in relation to Denver. We're an hour away from Denver. It's a main hub. More often than not, if you're going to fly into Colorado, you can fly into Colorado Springs directly, but many people, for the sake of cheap flights, fly into Colorado Springs. If you drive an hour south, you're going to run into Colorado Springs, Colorado. 712,000 people. The U.S. Olympic Training Center is here. We're bringing Space Command here. Amazon's building a large manufacturing place here. This is actually, Colorado Springs is one of the healthiest cities in Colorado, or in the country. It's currently sitting at number 2 behind San Diego, and that's probably because of the 300 miles of hiking and biking trails. We sit at the base of Pikes Peak Mountain, which actually served as inspiration for the song America the Beautiful. Purple Mountain Majesty actually is referring to Pikes Peak, the mountain that is overtowering campus. We've been around for a while. One of the first institutions to allow women into the classroom. So we've always been progressive. There's 2,200 students on campus. So we are a small, private, selective liberal arts institution with about a 13% acceptance rate, even though I see that to change this year. We're 6,035 feet above sea level. So we are up there. What makes us unique? What makes us different? We are one of 3 institutions in the world that operate on this one class at a time academic curriculum, where for 3.5 weeks, essentially a month, you're taking one class at a time, 18 physical class periods, and that's it. You get a 4.5-day break, and then you're right on to the next class. You take a class one at a time for an entire semester, blocks 1 through 4, just like you see on the screen. You get a 5-week Christmas break, and you come back, and you're gonna finish out your second semester with blocks 5 through 8. So 1 through 4 and 5 through 8. You do have fall break in between blocks 3 and 4. You do have spring break in between blocks 6 and 7. The average class size is about 16. The smallest class I've ever seen at Colorado College actually had 1 student in it. It was a Middle Eastern Studies class. And so for the entire 3.5 weeks, for 3 hours a day, it was just that professor and that student. So it's definitely a unique aspect. No more of the days of taking 5 classes at once, where you have 5 different finals, 5 different group projects, 5 different professions, which means 5 different teaching styles, right? Here, we're actually able to take a deep dive into one class at a time, where you can become an expert in that particular class. And then again, every month you get a week off from school, because we follow each class up with a block break. Looking specifically at the block break, that is your week of freedom, right? Each month that you get. Because the block plan is intense. It is challenging. We put a semester's worth of academic thought and content into 3.5 weeks. So it is challenging, but a great way to follow up that challenge is with a 4.5-day break. People go hiking, biking, canoeing, do community service. They go camping. They go for a girls' weekend in Denver. They hang out at the recreation center. They sleep and hang out in their dormitory. Colorado College is actually one of the best schools in the country for intramural sports as well. That's something that the Princeton Review gave us. And so just a super unique aspect. One thing I want to follow up with the block plan is our blocks abroad. So we have your typical study abroad programs where you can go away for a year or go away for a semester for the sake of education. But I challenge you to go away for that 3.5-week block period. One of our most popular study abroad classes actually rents out a sailboat. They sail in the Mediterranean Sea for 3.5 weeks, and they have one job: to read the book, The Odyssey. To be in the same environment in which you're reading what you're learning about is what the block abroad is like. I want to follow up with our process. We're holistic review, which means you're so much more to us than a test score and a GPA. The biggest thing that's going to come with your application is your transcript. I want to see rigor. I want to see that you challenge yourself. You've taken AP classes, IB classes. You challenge yourself to the full extent of your environment. With that, we're test optional. We were test optional before COVID. We're going to be test optional after COVID. We believe that you're so much more than 4 hours on a Saturday. And actually, we give more credence to 4 years on a transcript. We require an essay, a personal narrative, as well as a follow-up supplemental essay. Why Colorado College? We're going to look at your activities via the Common App or the QuestBridge app or the Coalition app. We require 2 letters of recommendation, and you can interview with us if you so choose. Our process. As I wrap up, I want to talk a little bit about just the stats. We have our deadlines on November 1 and January 15th. Every year we get about 10,000 applications. Of those 10,000, about 1,200 receive letters of acceptance. Of those 1,200, 500 are going to walk through our doors. So it is selective, it is challenging, but you're holistically reviewed for us. Our deadline's November 1, January 15th, anywhere from, you can apply early decision, which is contractually binding agreement that says if you apply early decision, you have to come to Colorado College, versus early action. That's more like you're flirting with us. You're looking at a bunch of other great schools, including us, and you can't decide which one, but you still want to be ahead of the game. That's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. My name is Darius Partner. You will see my information right there on the screen. And if you need anything, I'm here for you. But also, take care of yourselves. Thank you.
Darius, thank you so much to you and Colorado College, and thanks for that great reminder to take care of ourselves. Next up, you have the opportunity to hear from Columbia College.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to share my screen really quickly and go ahead and make this full view. I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about Columbia College. So we are located in Columbia, South Carolina. Just a few quick facts. We are a small private nonprofit liberal arts institution. We've been around for over 165 years. We are the koalas, and we're a fairly small institution. We have 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, so you're getting that one-on-one with your professor. Our primary focus is on social justice, leadership, and career readiness. And then we have over 30 different academic we have over 30 different majors across 5 academic divisions. And then we have 50 clubs and organizations. So you have tons to get involved in. We have athletic teams, as well as we are pretty new in terms of being co-ed. So we used to be an all women's college, but we are now actually a co-ed institution. So we're really excited for this transition to welcome a more diverse population. But like I said, so we're located in Columbia, South Carolina. We're right in the downtown area. We're about 5 miles from University of South Carolina. They're pretty much right in our backyard. We have lots to do here in the downtown area. We have Soda City, which is kind of like an outdoor market. We have malls, we have shopping centers. We have kind of the small campus atmosphere, but the big college life right down the street. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. There's tons to do in terms of entertainment. We've had a few concerts. We've had some country singers come out. We've had Beyonce. We've had the Jonas Brothers. So we even get some big, huge concerts down in Columbia. So you have, like I said, tons to do. There's never a dull moment. These are our majors across all of our divisions. Just a few highlights here regarding our majors. In terms of education, we're actually one of 2 institutions in the state of South Carolina to have a speech language pathology program. We actually started out as a teaching college. And so we have that program is very strong in terms of very hands-on. We have tons of schools in the area, so you're able to do your student teaching. Business is another popular program simply because we have students that are allowed to compete for a grant. That is about $3,000, and you can actually start your business on campus. And then we have health and sciences. We have a brand new nursing program, and that program is actually partnership with our technical school in the Columbia area. So you're actually going to get your associate's degree and your bachelor's degree all within 4 years. And then, of course, just to highlight our arts and humanities, all of our programs typically have 100% job placement. You have 1 or 2 students that might go off to graduate school, so that typically messes up your numbers. And then with our social sciences, our forensics track within our criminal justice, and then we also have forensic psychology is a really, really big hit with students as well. Next, to talk about the cost. So all of our students are automatically considered for all scholarships all students are automatically considered for scholarships after you have applied, you've been accepted, and you submit that FAFSA. We always like to kind of brag a little bit that we have a private school education at a public school price. Other fees are of course included on a case-by-case basis, but typically the average student will pay less than $3,000 out of pocket. We do award additional scholarships through our Momentum Scholarship, that is a service-based scholarship. And then we also have a Scholars Day that is February the 6th of 2021. But like I said, all students are considered for scholarships, and that will range anywhere between, I believe, $1,000 all the way up to $8,000. And then anyone who goes into the honors program gets awarded an additional $1,000. A full breakdown of all our scholarships can actually be found on our website. And then of course, how to apply. So really quickly, it's pretty simple. Our application is free. You don't have to worry about paying an application fee or anything. We do have our application through our website, and we also accept an application through Common App. After you have applied and you submit that application, we should get it within 1 to 3 business days. Once we get all your documents in, such as your transcripts, we are SAT, ACT optional, then you should have an admissions decision within 1 to 3 business days electronically in your application portal. We are rolling admissions, so we are admitting students all throughout the year on a case-by-case basis. And we are, like I said, test optional except for nursing. So nursing is the only program that does require those SAT or ACT scores. And then here's just a quick little highlight of our athletics programs. We do have 14 athletic programs. We do have athletic scholarships as well. And then we even also have an athletic liaison to help you with that transition through that admissions process. And if you would like to work with her, she can also get you connected with some of the coaches so that way you can get recruited. We are part of the NAIA division. We are Division 3, and some sports are Division 2, and we are part of the AAC conference. And since we are going co-ed, we did recently expand on our athletics as well. And then just a few of our campus life highlights. We do have suite style dorms, so you don't have to worry about having a community style bathroom. Bathrooms are within your room, so you have 2 rooms on each side, a bathroom connecting you guys, and then you have 4 people to a suite, but you still just have 1 roommate. We do have an honors program. We have an all-you-can-eat dining services. Every Wednesday is Fried Chicken Wednesday. And if there is no fried chicken, then students will have a conniption. So it's basically fried chicken every Wednesday. And like I said, it's buffet style. So you can go up and eat as many times as you want within that within that meal frame, excuse me. We have great resources on campuses such as accessibility services and career counseling services. And then of course, our campus police on campus does definitely help students. But other than that, that is my contact information. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Feel free to use that QR code. We are doing on-campus visits. But other than that, thanks for having me, and you guys enjoy your evening.
Thanks, Alexis, to you and to Columbia College. A last call to put those questions in the Q&A feature at the bottom. Our final presentation tonight will be from the University of Georgia.
There we go. All right. Thanks everybody for coming. My name is Michael Stone. I'm an admissions counselor with the University of Georgia based out of Athens, and give a quick presentation on kind of what the University of Georgia offers, as well as what our application process looks like. So we'll go ahead and get started. The University of Georgia was established in 1785. That makes us the birthplace of public higher education in the country. It's kind of a fun fact I like to toss in there. We have about 40,000 students or 39,000 students on campus. About 30,000 of those students are undergraduates and the rest make up our graduate students. So we're a large school, and with that comes a lot of different opportunities. We have over 200 different majors and academic programs to choose from, and those are housed in 17 different schools and colleges. We do not admit by major, so if you're not sure what you want to do or you don't have it figured out yet, don't worry about it. You can put down undecided or whatever it is that you're interested in. And a great way to figure out what you want to do is that website there, majors.admissions.uga.edu. That's searchable by keyword, so you can actually go in, type in things you're interested in, whether it's a career choice or a hobby, pop culture reference, and it'll pull up a list of majors that really applies to what you're interested in. This is our application. Currently, our early action application is closed. The deadline on that was October 15th, but our regular decision deadline and application is still open. We have 3 different ways to apply: Common App, Coalition, and UGA. We have no preference on which one you guys fill out. We look at all 3 of them the exact same, and we are a holistic review process. The only thing we ask is that if you start one of these, that you stick to it. There are 2 short answer essays, and those can both be found on our admissions blog currently. So if you haven't opened the application yet, or you want to get a head start, you can actually go to our blog and check those out. One everybody will choose from, and the second can be chosen from a list of 3 to 4 different essay choices. There is a $70 application fee. If you are eligible for a fee waiver, we do accept those fee waivers. Official high school transcript has to come from your high school, and that can come by paper or electronically. Just know that if you send it by paper, it can take a little bit longer to get indexed in. Your counselor will send in a school evaluation form, and that'll tell us what your school offers as far as rigorous courses go. And we use that to see how much you challenge yourself in high school based off your transcript and what your school offers. Your SAT scores and ACT scores this year are optional due to the pandemic and the lack of availability and tests getting canceled. If you choose to send in test scores with our application, then we will consider those test scores as a supplemental part of your application. But if you choose to not send in test scores or not have your test scores considered, it will not negatively impact your application in any way, nor will it negatively impact your scholarship consideration with the University of Georgia through admissions. Teacher recommendations are optional with the University of Georgia. They have been for a long time, but I often get asked, well, what should I send in a teacher recommendation? And the answer is, if you can, we do recommend it. The more information you can give us about yourself, the better. This is the fall 2020 admitted class profile. I don't like spending a lot of time on this slide. It's just to give you an idea of how many applications we received. I can tell you already this year for early action, we're up 30% on our early action applications, which is probably going to push that total application number a little bit higher. Total admitted from last year was about 13,700, and then we had about 5,600 enroll. You're looking at a core GPA there, and when I say core, I mean English, math, science, social science, and foreign language. We do use a weighted GPA, so if you've taken AP or IB courses that are weighted, that's why you're seeing that. Test scores are super scored. Again, if you don't have those test scores, do not worry about it with the application this year. And then a total courses of rigor between AP, IB, and dual enrollment can be seen there on the right. And the reason that I say that this slide isn't that important is that our application is all about the context. So we are only focused on your school and what your school has to offer. So if you only have dual enrollment, or you only have AP, or another different kind of rigor, then that's okay. We're only concerned with what you had to take, but we are concerned with you taking advantage of the rigor that you had at your school. And that's why we ask for that counselor letter. As I said earlier, we do offer merit-based scholarships through admissions, and there is nothing additional that students have to send in to be considered for these scholarships. So with our application, students will be automatically notified both in-state and out-of-state if you have received a scholarship through us. We award those from early action in late November all the way until mid-April. So if you don't get run right away, know that we are still considering students for those as we go. These are our dates and deadlines that I'll touch on very briefly. Again, early action has passed. We are releasing decisions, planning on releasing decisions in late November. Our foundation fellowship deadline, it was November 1st, and that's the most prestigious scholarship we offer at UGA. December 15th is the FAFSA party deadline. I would recommend everybody goes ahead and gets that done. It can take a big weight off your shoulders. January 1st is our regular decision application deadline. And early action and regular decision are exactly the same. So they're reviewed in the same way. So if you didn't apply early action or you missed that, know that the January 1st deadline is exactly the same. May 1st is our commitment deposit deadline. Know that both these times are non-binding. So if you are admitted, you will not lose your spot with us, but May 1st is a hard commitment deadline. So keep that one in mind. And that's all I have for you guys. So thanks for listening.
Thank you, Michael, to you and the University of Georgia. I would now, Michael, if you want to stop sharing your screen, I would like to invite all of our panelists to turn on their cameras. And in the order that you presented, either share something that you didn't get the chance to share during your 6-minute update. Maybe it's a fun fact, maybe it's a campus tradition, maybe it's a piece of advice to seniors, juniors, and their families. Whatever you'd like to share, we'll end this on a fun note. So Coastal Carolina, you're up first.
Okay, I think I'll do a fun tradition. So what we do every single year is we have what's called Seno Day. It's at the very end of spring semester. So once all the classes have been done, we're getting ready for finals just before you head home for the summer break. We have what's called Seno Day. It's like one giant carnival experience. We bring out Ferris wheels, fried foods. If you've ever come to the South, everything is fried. Fried Oreos, fried okra, fried green beans, fried green tomatoes, everything out there that needs to be fried will be there. But it's just a fun day to relax. They make t-shirts, they do hand wax, they do the little license plates with your name on it. It's just a nice fun day for people to unwind before they complete their finals and before they head home for the summer. So Seno Day is probably one of my most favorite days and most cherished memories here at Coastal, because I just always remember going out to Prince Lawn and just enjoying this final day of freedom and relaxing with my friends, all before we all head home for the summer. So that's just one of my favorite traditions.
Sounds like a great stress reliever. Coastal Georgia.
So we have a little fun piece of history for everyone. As it gets a little bit chillier outdoors, if anyone is a big fan of soups or stews, Brunswick, Georgia is the original place where Brunswick stew was invented. So it was invented here in 1898. We actually still have the original pot that it was first mixed in a local park. We do the Brunswick Stew Believe every February, where there's a big competition to see who can make the best Brunswick stew.
Stew Believe, that is a new word. That's fun. College of Mount St. Vincent.
All right, awesome. So something cool about us is honestly, we're one of the few schools in the nation who are completely in seat right now. All of our students are on campus and in our residence halls, abiding by New York State COVID guidelines. And we've been able to have activities, events, sports, and a lot of other things, which I think is pretty awesome. I know we're so far from Georgia. So one thing I can't stress enough is check out our YouTube channel and our Instagram, which are both public, so you don't have to follow if you don't want to, but we have so much information there. You can feel like you're on campus without having to step foot on campus.
Tatiana, I think that's a good reminder. I think colleges have gone above and beyond with social media presence during this time. And so it's a great, like YouTube channels, Instagram, all of that is a great place to get to know colleges that might be a little bit farther away. Next up, Colorado College.
Yeah, one thing I failed to mention is just paying for college in general. We're one of 70 institutions in the United States that meet your full demonstrated need. So you're going to fill out the FAFSA, free application for federal student aid, as well as the CSS profile. From that, we're going to get your strength and ability to pay for college. Maybe you can afford to pay for the community college in your town or the public four-year institution in your state. If that's what you can afford to pay, that's all that you pay. And we come up with the rest. 90% of your financial aid package is actually going to be grants and scholarships, aka free money that you don't necessarily have to pay back. I think that's one of the benefits of being at a well-endowed institution like Colorado College. So if you are fearful about financing your education, especially in COVID times, know that if you're accepted to Colorado College, not only are we accepting you as a holistic student, but we're accepting your need as well. And we got the bread to front the bill.
Great point. Columbia College up next.
So I would definitely say one tradition that we definitely really absolutely love at CC, and it's fairly small, but it's definitely very major to all the students, is our Christmas tree lighting. And it's just a really special time for everyone to come together right before exams take place. And it's just a beautiful season for one, and then everyone has like Christmas cookies. And so even if students don't celebrate Christmas, they're still able to come together and have that fellowship time. And it just kind of shows and really emphasizes how CC is a family at in Columbia, and how all the professors are able to hang out with the students and they're able to bring their kids and stuff like that. So that's just one thing that I love at Columbia College, and just having that family atmosphere.
Celebrating community. There's lots to celebrate with that. And finally, the University of Georgia.
Yeah, I'm going to toss out just a piece of advice to all of our students. We're really into reading season right now, so we're reviewing application. I'm sure a lot of my colleagues can relate to that one. And I would just tell students that haven't applied or that are working on an application to do your best not to compare yourself to other people. Really focus on what you're bringing to the table. I think comparison is probably the worst thing you can do in this process. We review everybody individually based on your circumstances. So just keep that in mind for us, and I'm sure for other schools too. Don't compare yourself to others, and bring what you have to the table.
That's great advice. And we all work in the Office of Admission, not the Office of Denial, right? Like, we're looking for reasons to admit students and reasons to bring them to our campuses. The last piece of advice I would give you guys is to take a great look at all of the professionals on this screen. And they are your resource. They are your inside scoop. Please use them. Please ask them questions. Don't rely on College Confidential exclusively. And don't rely on your friend's older sister's mom or something like that either. They really do enjoy working with students and are happy to provide you with the information that you need. And they're great people. So with that, I will say thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. As you close out, you're going to get a quick survey. So I hope that you'll provide us with some feedback. There's one more session tonight with colleges, so please feel free to sign up. And a recording of this session will be available tomorrow on that website where you registered. Thanks so much, everyone, and have a good night. Goodbye.